Story time with Fergie and friends.
Hello, the monster twins. And it's Fergie and friends. Hello, story time, Fergie and friends. And yes, it's Halloween. It is me here. Hello. Hello. So monster friends it is. The monster twins. Right. Hello, mums and dads, girls and boys, aunts and uncles, and yes, Granny, Grandpa. Monster Twins. Story by Robert. Oh wait, reading goggles on. Wait, in between that, reading goggles on. Wait, here we go. Right. Story by Robert Hanvik. Illustrations by Karen Hanvik and Ella Ransom. Lovely, lovely, lovely. The Monster Twins. This is the first story about Bella and Bertie. It has a sad beginning, a busy middle, and a happy end. You see, Bella and Bertie are twins, but they don't know that or each other, and they live more than 6,000 miles apart. Bella lives in Singapore, and while Bertie lives in London. But some things are meant to be, and it must have been that them being together was meant to be. Oh, and one more thing. Are you ready? Bella and Bertie are monsters. Sorry, you can't see all of the twins, but having short arms makes taking monster selfies really hard work, you see. So they only have short arms, so they can't do very good selfies. Yes, they're monsters, you see. Jack, Bella and Bertie. The best place to start a story is at the beginning. So Bella and Bertie were born, which is important to understand, or this would be a very short book indeed. There they are being born. Yes, right. Visit your baby or monster. I hope I don't have to change their nappies. Their parents were Billy and Betty Brave, respected members of the South London monster community. Of course they were. Sadly, when Bella and Bertie were born, attitudes about monsters were not as kind as they should have been. This upset the Ministry of Monster Affairs, as they were forced by a government law to separate monster families. No! The monster-terial staff had no choice but to make sure monster babies turned out to be like baby babies. That meant Bella and Bertie had to be adopted, but who would their proud parents be? Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Bold had important jobs that took them all over the world. In fact, they were so busy that they sort of forgot about having children. But one day they both realised that what they were missing was a baby. When a friend mentioned to Mr. Bold about a new monster adoption scheme, he immediately brought up the subject with Mrs. Bold. She agreed this was just right for them, so Bella became the monster daughter and went to live with them in Singapore. In contrast, Mr. and Mrs. Bashful had always dreamt of a house full of children, but as they were very shy, they were viewed as being odd, so the neighbours and even their families thought it was for the best that their wish for children hadn't come true. When they heard about monster adoption, well, it took about 3 seconds for them to sign up. Though instead of lots of little babies, they had one big monster baby. As for the Braves, they were, of course, sad that they had to live apart from the twins, but they knew that they would be cared for and felt in their 6 monster hearts that they would be together again one day. Until then, they decided to dedicate their lives to helping other monster couples by trying to change the law. Betty became a monsters' rights lawyer. Monsters are not monsters. Bill became an activist campaigning with friends to improve the lives of monsters everywhere. Yes, quite well done. Now back to the twins, who chose very different ways to cope with their being monsters in the human world. Bella was angry. While Bella enjoyed being the only monster in her school, as it was, always put her in the spotlight. Bertie did everything he could to fade into the background, but the spotlight always found him. Oh dear. While Bella and Bertie were happy, they both felt a driving, tickly sense that something, or more like someone, was missing. As so often happens with twins, even ones who don't know they're twins, Bella and Bertie have a surprising number of things in common. Most importantly for this story, the twins' favourite hobby is climbing, although Bella was a little more adventurous. One evening, Bella's class was visiting the Super Trees, one of her favourite places in Singapore. Trouble was she had to travel on the monster bus, so she couldn't sit next to her friends. Plus, she was embarrassed her parents had come as helpers. On the very same day, Bertie suffered similar embarrassments. His parents had been also offered to help during his school trip to Tower Bridge. Plus, because monster buses can navigate London's narrow streets, he had to ride in a trailer. Poor Bertie. As Bella and her classmates were walking to the super trees, her parents stopped to smile at the twins. This is when she heard them say something shocking. Bella couldn't believe her ears. She was a twin. Bella simply had to be on her own to think, and before she even realised what she was doing, she was climbing the nearest super tree. Based back in London, Bertie's class had just arrived at Tower Bridge. At the exact moment Bella started climbing, Bertie was overcome by an urge to climb, an urge he couldn't explain, he just felt. It was so unlike quiet Bertie to make himself the centre of attention. His parents knew that he must be sensing something powerful. They rushed inside the tower and up to the viewing platform. They knew what they had to tell him. Bertie, you have a twin sister. Now, it's not every day you see monsters climbing city icons, so within seconds, photos of the monster on Tower Bridge had gone viral, helped by the Ministry of Monster Affairs, which retweeted Bertie's photo. Perched in her super tree, Bella's phone pinged. It was a tweet of a monster 6,000 miles away climbing Tower Bridge. Could this be her twin brother? Bella had to message the ministry to find out. Luckily, she wasn't the only one who'd seen the text. Thanks to the help from the Minister of Monster Affairs, a few days later, the Bashfuls, Braves and Bolds met in London. In no time at all, it felt like just one big happy family. The meeting was especially special for Bella and Bertie because they knew they'd found their forever best friend. Aww. Bella and Bertie were invited to the Minister of Monster Affairs for an exciting announcement that Bill and Betty Brave had been able to use Bertie's viral photo to advance monsters' rights, and the government agreed to a new law that said monster twins could never be separated again. Yay! It was a sad day when the families had to part, but it wouldn't be for long, as the ministry had planned a tour of America. The twins had been named Monster Human Goodwill Ambassadors. Meanwhile, Bella and Bertie got back to their homes. The monster twins slept soundly, dreaming of their new BFF. How exciting is that? Well done. Thank you very much, Robert Hanvik, Karen Hanvik and Ella Ransom. What a great story. Yay, Halloween!
With Fergie and friends, with Fergie and friends.